Okay, here we go. Now we're starting Scrum. This is why laptops are just not the way to get work done. I mean, whenever I'm in the city or like walking around town and people are like, "Oh, you see that like coffee shop? That's a great place to work." I'm like, "You don't even know what work is. You can't actually get like real work. You need a freaking desktop and multiple screens to get into it, Like you can get stuff done on a laptop, but you are limited in your potential. Like getting all of you behind healthy desktops with multiple monitors is a goal of mine. You know what I mean? Like imagine Sangeet just with like his arms spread out. He's got like a mouse and like a keyboard that splits in half and he's like a powerhouse. Okay. So now let's get into it. It's definitely going to be a light day today. Tomorrow we should have a more or less of a full house. So is this even today's the 7th, right? Yeah, not much today. So do all of you have Git lens for Jomar, did you get Git lens for VS Code?
Yes, I already have.
Manan, that would benefit you as well. Git lens seems like a free and super useful. Um, and another thing, Cursor has been getting pretty hot. Let me copy that and just shoot that over to you guys. So I definitely recommend giving Cursor a look because a lot of people have been raving about it. Even people who don't code know that it's good. It's like a way better. I would have tested it as a way better GitHub Copilot. It helps you code, but it is really smart. And the guys who built this built it in a really cool, complex way. The people who built it are kind of a bunch of weirdos, honestly. Like I think you'd feel very uncomfortable like getting dinner with them, but I do believe they made a really cool product. So I just stumbled upon them on some interview like a month or so ago, but then more and more people started telling me about it. So might be something to look into. Maybe do like a free trial, see if you really like it. And if people start saying like, oh, this is freaking great, then I'll probably, do my best to reach into my pocket and pay for some subscriptions for you guys. So look at this as if it's free, and test it out. And then if some of you want me to purchase it and you think it's actually useful, I'll get it. If you don't think you'd use it, then, let's not waste I think it's like $20 a month. So we're not gonna have JP in today. We're not gonna have Malika. Adrian's taking a rest today. And so Manan, you asked me why SSL is not working. Wasim said, like, thanks for the oh yeah, you're not in this group, but you should. So at least you know what the updates are. So I showed him that the API subdomain works, Wasim and Kerman, and he said, thanks for informing me. I'll set up SSL on Monday. So it's just not
Okay.
even set up. I believe he was just waiting for us. And let's see, JP messaged me and said, not going to make it. I made initial progress, including the API call and some form/card validations. Later, I plan to continue working on it and review some minor UI pull requests. I'm assuming he's talking about trial process payment. Here, Nan, I'll send you exactly what he said so you have it. I'm not sure. I asked him to verify, but he didn't get back to me. Who else messaged me today? That was it. Yeah, so for all of you guys, if you go to Malika also said I'm not available for Scrum, but I am working on errors and conflicts, which I got on GitHub. So she's doing her thing. We'll catch up with everybody tomorrow. Uh, but Jomar, Ashutosh, and Sangeet, we have API.turn.ac set up as the. I mean, I don't even know because this is one thing, Manan. But when are we going to have a dev channel as well? Like dev.turn.ac? Are we going to make one of those too?
No, why should we need that?
Like this
Can
one
use
is
API
essentially
turn.ac.
the developer subdomain, right? Like this is for the devs.
Yeah,
I would think down the line dev.turn.ac would be beneficial when we have a production environment up and running and we still need to test out stuff as we are building it along.
Yeah, I want to get a general idea of what this means because not I wasn't familiar with the use purpose of a subdomain. I'm slowly starting to understand, and if I just compare it to GitHub, the way I look at it is www is the main branch, and API.turn is like the develop branch. I mean, more or less.
I would think it's the backend branch. It's just to fetch the API. You don't really see content on your
Mm,
screen.
alright. So okay. So it's
I mean,
almost like you're on two websites at once. This one runs in
I
parallel.
think the thing is that actually right now we are just using the localhost 8000, right? For connecting the backends.
yeah. So it's
So
essentially local. You run the
yeah,
backend server on your device, and
device.
Oh,
instead of
Yes.
okay.
doing that,
Okay. Just
you
to
have a
just to migrate to that is cloud. We don't
right.
need to
You
do
have a
any kind
proper
of
cloud
sharing.
deployment for the
Yeah.
backend.
So that's
Oh,
where the
nice. Okay. That's way better for development. Okay, understood. All right. So, Jomar, you want to get us started off? What did you do yesterday, and what are you doing today? Let's look at this integration sheet.
So yesterday I took care of some issues Adrian pointed out in Mikey's PR. It's already done and it's already merged by Adrian just earlier. And I also did some fixes for my save key integration. It's actually almost finished. I just need to wrap it up. And
Okay.
for later I'll continue with it. And after it I'll start with another function.
Manan, what do you think would be a good one to do next? Jomar completed get key details. My keys is under review. He's about to finish save key. What do you think is like the next smart one to do? Because Jomar does have 5 left. Or no, he has 4 left.
Mhm. So he has done my keys,
Mm-hmm.
then save key.
He's finishing up. Well, I don't. Can we say it's complete?
Adrian merged it already, so I
Understood.
think.
Okay, wonderful.
But
And
it has
safety is
some, but still
got
it
it.
has some missing properties.
Yeah, and those holes will get filled as we move forward. So save key is in progress, but Jomar's going to have that finished before the end of the day today. So which
I
one of
would
these 4
suggest
should he work on
he should
next?
complete first my keys, the whole my keys page.
Oh, all of these.
Then he should move to key editor where he can edit the keys and save it or remove it.
Okay. So I guess wrap this one up, Jomar, and
Yes,
then
if
move to remove key. And then after remove key, get code, update last used, and then do remove image last. That way you finish my keys altogether. And since you're already almost done with this one, we'll just wrap that one up. Okay, sounds good. Sangeet, how about you? It's like,
Yeah, that one function that I just completed yesterday, that is save later key from the favorites, and currently in progress is the same save later key, but it needs some kind of changes. Not some kind of changes. It is actually, yeah, there are some changes because we are just seeing it in the explore keys, right?
mhm.
So in the explore keys, actually, if like if it is already bookmarked when it is initially loaded, we need to automatically show it as liked one. So we need to get the favorite keys and merge it with the number of I mean the whole explore keys. So that's a bit processes over there.
Understood. Okay.
Mhm.
So we'll
And one more thing, Gary, that I need to mention is that so when I was just giving the actual time, like the expected time or something like that, just consult with the person who's you are assigning that task to. Okay.
expected time, that's just in general what we expect it should take.
Yeah, but the thing is that actually some works will take longer than expected. So
Well,
that's what I said.
yeah, this is us. Yeah, and if you can write in like Ashutosh did what your actual time was, we can
Mhm.
get better at doing this expected time.
Oh, all
So
right.
we're just learning along. We know ideally what we would love to do, but obviously it does go over. And so if
Mhm.
Jomar as well, if you're able to at least have a rough estimate of like, geez, if I'm really thinking about how much work I had to put into this one, it was this many hours, and it was because I ran into like two problems. That's important to us for us to know. So yeah, don't even these don't really
Mhm.
matter anymore. They're just a gauge, and they will be updated in the next integration. We'll get much better at having accurate expected times.
And one more thing that I need to mention that so it's for you like you need to just to get to know any kind of people like who's actually working on the back end or front end or integration or something like that. So the thing is that when you're just writing a function or a method, just make sure that function is just have a single responsibility. Like don't stack the multiple things in a single function. But I know there's a lot of there's a not much people right here today. But so it's if Gary could take a note of this and just say in the next Scrum meeting, that would be great. That would be better.
Yeah, can you send me? Can you text
I
me
can.
exactly what you mean, and I'm gonna add it to Scrum for tomorrow because I want to
Yeah,
make
sure.
sure I don't misconstrue it, and that way when I bring it up,
Mhm.
you can talk about it again real quick. So just shoot me
Yeah,
like a
sure.
short sentence or two on Discord, and I'll add that to
Okay.
tomorrow's
Sure.
topics. Okay, great. Thank you, Sangeet. And
Mhm.
I think initially it would be out of the question to imagine that we won't have to switch back and forth between backend and front end for integrations, because while we are developing new features and integrating features for the first time, it's going to be crucial for us to um, balance between doing all of these tasks all at once. Because let's say since for instance, I think someone was working on my keys, probably Jomar. But if you're working on my keys, you will have to have keys come up in the first place for you to actually test your
yes,
work
and
out.
that's why we did have to, in the middle of this, we realized a prerequisite column is necessary. So we're going to be prepared with this next time. We're going to be prepared with descriptions next time. Location as well. So our next integration is going to be with the website, which is going to sort of tie together and marry Arch, TernKey, and the website all in one nice thing. And we're going to have a much better approach. Like Manan and I are going, and Adrian are going to go through this and fill it out real nice, so that we're just stepping through these. We're just like tearing through them kind of stuff. And everything will be better the second time. This is the first time we did this whole function integration sprint. So it's definitely we're doing a lot of learning, but that's the important thing, is that we are learning along the way and adding these updates. So Ashutosh, what's your update? I know you are 100% Arch now. I
Right.
told you we're not doing anything with Maxim. We're not helping him. He can figure it out on his own. We got him going. He can figure the rest out. But you're the vision guy. So how are you doing with ARJS and that stuff?
Yeah, ARJS is really what it's the right direction. I'm still working on making changes and adding that video feed properly onto the QR code overlay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading up a bit about all of that. It's an ongoing process of learning and developing. So I should have a good update for you in the next Scrum.
Are you you're being sure to update this onto the GitHub too, so that it's easy to, please make sure that if you're not already, you're throwing this stuff right onto the GitHub for Arch into a different branch or whatever you got to do, so that it's very easy for Manan to pick it apart and for you guys to trade back and forth. And
Yeah, I have
operate.
I have a couple of branches on GitHub for the stuff that I'm doing. I haven't pushed my code lately because I'm still making changes to some of it. So once I know that, hey, it's at a milestone where I can push it, I will.
Yeah, and that's your branch right now. So Maxim
Yeah.
has taken full control of like the website branch. So he's just force updating everything on Arch. Just feel free to force update everything. And if you need more permissions, let me know. I feel like you should be able to force push though. Let me know on that branch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
I'm good to push for now. I did test it out. I did push some changes earlier, and it's going good.
wonderful. Okay. And Manan, you have any updates for anybody?
No,
You were
still working on the Firebase thing.
yeah. Who was asking him? Oh, that was like Gautam. Okay. Yeah, no one here really needs that information right now. Okay, guys. Thank you. That was Scrum. And thank God my camera got working at the end. I know you guys, it was probably torture not seeing me. But okay, guys. I think alternate Scrum tonight is also going to be weak. So, talk tomorrow morning Scrum.
Right.
All right, fellas. Have a nice day. Talk later.
Thank you, everyone.
Peace.
Take care. Bye bye.